They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. You talk about this Lions defense. Currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
And that's a ranking that feels good, right? To be number 1 and be the top of your profession. But here's the problem. It's only week 1.
1 week, yeah.
Can they do it 15 more times? If so, then we really got something to talk about.
That's the challenge. 2nd and 11. And that is incomplete.
That was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. Hands up forcing the incompletion.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Now back to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
But defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3 and out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a 1st down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10.
Come on, set!
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 7. Well, they go play action. Here's Levis. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Giants will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
And you can't say enough about our man making the interception right there, Brandon. It's his 12th year in the league, and you told me before the game that he still got it, and he does. What a play that was to come away with the football.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. His throw incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Run to get this up over the 20-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Two yards still to go. 3rd down now.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48.
Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. You talk about this Giant defense.
And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
And hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
Levis now off of play action.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Kayvon Thibodeaux, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack. I think a lot of time when we see a sack, you say, well, you blame it on the offensive line, the quarterback, but here, maybe you just tip your hat to the defender. What a play.
Yeah, and I think sometimes they just get a sense of the play before the ball's even snapped. Kind of like a sprinter anticipating the gun in a race. They're off, and guess what? The quarterback's down.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
With it is Jackson. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coach is always talking about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
That's complete to Jalen Hyatt.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7.
Again, it's Barkley.
And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
Right now, Stubbs will put this offense in precarious position. We know the securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
A look defensively for the Lions on third. They'll set up a throw.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Lions are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
3rd and 5.
19 tight. Ready?
Now Levis. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that's one where if you get your hands on it, you should expect to make the play. That could have gone for big yardage, but he just couldn't get it to stick to those big mitts.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Oh, what a move. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go. Mustang 19.
Back to throw here. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Got a man open, it's Darren Waller. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
They'll drop to throw. And this throw will be intercepted.
Picked by Emmanuel Mosley, and the Lions are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs.
And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Gibbs. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Levis looking to throw.
He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught inside the 5. And in for the Lions touchdown.
Jameson Williams.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Lions post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. A short one here secured by the tight end Waller. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, they were setting up the screen, CD, a lot of free runners, and they got there late, and the penalty ensued.
Yeah, somehow it didn't get into their brains that it was a screen, right? Instead of pulling off and chasing the ball downfield, they kept going towards the quarterback and knocked him down way late. That draws the penalty flag each and every time.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. After the penalty, they go with Barkley.
Jalen Carter in on that tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Caught along the left side by Hyatt.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback because everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
In motion right, that's Hyatt.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
A goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3-and-out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Back to throw, it's Levis.
Got his man, it's Williams. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he's got a first down following a pickup of about 13 as we will take a pause here for the 2-minute warning.
The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
Ready. 19 tight. 19 tight. Let's go.
On first down, Levis.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Got it. Ready.
2nd and 10.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
Gibbs straight ahead.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on 3rd.
Levis.
And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Jackson. And just a net of 31 here, 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You get
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Okay, ready. 70 Lions.
Hand off now to Gibbs.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
19. Seven Pirates.
Levis from the gun. That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Focus, boys, focus. Tag.
Levis sets up to throw here.
This is caught. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Gibbs, no signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1.
The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Montgomery. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there.
It's now 4th and goal.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Patterson's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Levis's throw going into the hands of Williams. Now they work this well upfield across the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Hand off to Gibbs, headed right here. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Here's 2nd and 3. Another run for Gibbs here. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Levis on 3rd and 1. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. How about that for a call? Leading in the second half, fake punt, but this one's going to work against them.
And partner, I love a fake punt as much as anyone. In fact, I might love it more than other people, but in this case, probably a step too far, because not only does it not work, but look at the field position they gave up after the attempt.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Noah Igbinoghene. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Counter play, here's Gibbs. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Here's Levis. That'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
Let's go.
Levis now on 1st and 10. And his throw is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Gibbs will get it.
Then he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Levis on 3rd down. It's complete to Williams. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A gain of 8 there on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Patterson's kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. He'll drop to throw. Catch made here by Campbell. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
And not much running room. Down to the 32.
Brought down on the play by Kayvon Thibodeaux.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Levis to throw it. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On 3rd down, here's Gibbs.
Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Here we go, 4th down. Levis. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. They only needed that 1 yard going for it on 4th. I got to be honest, I thought they were going to stay on the ground. They surprised me. Did they surprise you?
I'm with you on that one. I thought they'd find a way to create some type of a power run and try and pick up the 1st down, but they decided to keep the ball in the hands of the guy who could throw it, and it paid off.
Yeah, the decision paid off indeed.
Levis to throw on 1st and 10 here.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Ready up.
So it's still 1st and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
But this defense knows, they're well aware that they're down 2 scores, and they figure this is pretty much their last chance. They know if they give up a touchdown here, that ends it. Nice job on 1st and goal to push them the other way, but they have to be thinking takeaway right here.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
Levis back to throw. This to Laporta, right side.
Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
This is 3rd and goal. And this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far.
Smash. Smash.
They'll try and run it with Gibbs.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line.
So a decision to make there. They decline the penalty as they'd rather force the 4th down.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here.
Patterson's kick is good.
And the lead stretches, 16-3 now.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Check smash. Check smash. Go.
They'll go to Barkley again. Breaks a tackle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
54 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
19, Pioneer.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Campbell. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Barkley, inside handoff. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. And this offense on 3rd down today, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Giants first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now back to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Completed to Hyatt.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
In this situation, the dictation is coming from the defense, right? They're going to tell you, you can have 6, 7 yards, do that all the way downfield. Let's just go ahead and take the time off the clock. I think they've got to start attacking vertically a lot more.
Let's go now.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line.
Set. 79 Broncos, 19 Lions.
Well, they go play action. Here's Levis.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
It's Deontay Banks with it.
And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
This feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Out of the gun now on third down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That means there's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Fourth down, 10 yards to go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will take over.
Here we go, set. Cowboy 80.
And they'll indeed take a knee. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
Let's go.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Trap 60, trap 60. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Bronco switch, Bronco switch.
Try to take this home. They'll run.
And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. On the return, Jackson. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again. Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
A handoff, Barkley running left, and he is going to lose yardage here.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's caught by Waller out left side.